Hi guys, my name's Shiels down here at Trafford Golf Centre in Manchester, and we've got a big head-to-head here. Should I say mini against deep head-to-head. So we've got the TaylorMade Mini Driver. So this is a product that's just been launched recently, which is a driver alternative. It's a smaller headed than a driver, but it's got enough loft to make it almost like a 3-wood. So it's either a small driver with more loft, you can think of it that way, or a big 3-wood with about the same loft. Up against its kind of rival really, which is the Callaway X2 Hot Deep. So again, this is a driver replacement golf club. This again is in similar lofts to the Mini Driver. The Mini Driver is in 14 degrees. This is 14 and a half, so there's half a degree difference between these two. You can get both of these two products in 12 degrees, but I want to do it in the 14 because I think it shows that it's a club that can be hit off a tee peg and off the floor. I don't think realistically a 12 degree club is to be used off the floor at all. So we've got the deep, okay? This is going to be a head-to-head. I'm going to be hitting real golf balls on GC2. And my plan for today, the way that I'm going to best do this, is I'm going to hit 5 golf shots with each off the tee peg. Then I'm going to hit 5 golf shots with each off the floor. So that way we're going to have 10 shots, 5 off the tee, 5 off the floor with both, and then we can start to work out which one of these two is offering the best average distance off floor and tee. So I think that's really important for when you guys are watching. I've got it on GC2, I'm going to be hitting real golf balls, and we're going to see which one of these two kind of cleared the debate really, because I know I've been using this has been in the bag for a while now, and I've really enjoyed it. It hits a lot of fairways, but I also do know that this golf club goes ridiculously long, so we're going to see head to head. If we look at a little bit of the other specs, length-wise are almost identical, so no difference in length, but the footprint, the head size on the Mini is much bigger than the Deep. Face-wise, there's not much difference between profile of them, so they're quite similar in deepness of the face, but like I said, the SLDR is a much bigger head, the TaylorMade is a much bigger head than the Callaway. I'm going to start with the SLDR Mini first. We're going to hit 5 shots off the tee, alternate it 5 shots with the Callaway, alternate them again, 5 off the floor, 5 off the tee. So, let's start off with the SLDR first. Like I say, I've done a product review on this before, and a lot of people saying, well, that's not really going very far. Granted, it wasn't going the most distance I've ever hit a golf club, or certainly a 3-wood, but it was how accurate it was and the feedback I was getting from it as well, which was why it was in the bag. So, let's go 5 shots and see what this is producing numbers-wise. So that felt really nice. 235, it's not a bad start for the Mini. That was about the average that I was hitting it when I did it in the product test as well. It just seems to go so straight. 221, not as far that time, but it was arrow straight again. Granted, it hasn't gone quite as far. Now what I like about this head, it's nice and big. Gives you loads of confidence of it, and with its silver and grey finish, it's quite attractive looking club as well. That felt nicer. 245. So granted, the one before that did go ridiculously shorter, but I don't think I hit that one quite as well. So that's 3 shots so far, and we're averaging at 234, which is about right, I would say, for this club. Bit further left, but 229, not too bad. Let's go one more. Yeah, I felt the best one I've hit, 240. So not too bad. So far, so good with the SLDR Mini. Let's go on to the Callaway this time. So, Callaway X2 Hot Deep. Now, footprint straight away, it's nowhere near as big, but it is much bigger head than a normal 3-wood, and it just offers that nice big deep face on it, so it looks really nice and forgiving behind the ball. I think this might go longer. I'm going to put it out there, I think this might go longer, even though it's only in 14.5 degrees. When I've hit it in test before, it is a long hitting club. Yeah, 245, great start for the Callaway. I never disguised I never said that the TaylorMade or the Callaway would be a different distance. I just like the TaylorMade, that's all. Great start from the Callaway though. Yeah, 243. So far, ridiculously longer so far on average. Let's go 3 more. Two, 4, 1, and so far incredibly straight as well. But to me, it doesn't quite offer the same look of forgiveness. So as a driver replacement, this to me looks more like a 3-wood, which it is. It's not a mini driver. So that was a bad connection that time, but still 248, and I didn't feel like I hit that one very well, yet it's gone the furthest out of all of them. Let's go one more. Might have gone a little bit higher than the others. 235, and that's just because it's gone a little bit higher there. Probably hit off the bottom groove rather than smack bang out the middle. But average at the moment, considerably longer. You know, a good 7-8 yards longer so far on average. So the Callaway is doing well. I'm going to now swap it and hit some off the floor. So we'll hit some off the deck this time. So I'm going to add it on to the other 5 golf shots off the tee. So we've got a nice fair average. We've got 5 off the tee, 5 off the floor, and that's giving us a fairly decent average then. Now off the floor, even though it's nice and big, this now doesn't look quite as easy to hit off the floor. So I definitely think it's more of a driver replacement club, or in addition to a driver, a fairway finding driver, rather than possibly a 3-wood, but it can also be hit off the deck. Certainly when the loft is in 14 degrees. Like I said, I think in the 12-degree setting, it's going to become a lot harder to hit in both of these 2 golf clubs. Right, let's go 5 off the deck. Yeah, off the bottom of the golf club, so that's not going to go anywhere near as far. 227. So this is all going to add on to the average at the end. It still doesn't feel ridiculously hard to hit off the floor, but visually it doesn't look quite as easy to hit off the floor, just because it's such a big head, a big footprint. 230 that one went. Let's go 3 more. Yeah, it's gone a little bit left. That's what I was experiencing last time with the fairway wood, or the driver off the floor. It wasn't quite as accurate. 231. It's definitely lost 4 or 5 yards when I've been hitting it off the floor. Maybe just hitting it slightly off the bottom groove. Let's go 2 more. And we've got our 10. Yeah, I felt like a nice hit, but I still don't think it's massive. 231. So it's very accurate in its distances this time. You know, around the 230 mark near enough every time. Let's go 1 more. Yeah, it felt nice. 226. So it's definitely not as far off the floor. Potentially because the centre of gravity is a little bit forward. You need to get it a little bit higher off the face to get that ball travelling at its maximum distance. But still, I've never claimed that this is the longest club in the world. It just feels fantastic. It just feels really good. Right, Callaway. So at the moment, it's absolutely in the driving seat. For distance, certainly. And to be fair, for direction, it's been pretty straight so far. So let's go 5 off the deck with the deep. Now straight away this now starts to appear more like a 3-wood because it's that smaller head. Even though it's a deeper face, it doesn't look as scary to hit off the floor than the mini driver did. So let's go 5 with this. Oh, that felt amazing. Wow. Wow, 253. Wowza. That was nice. That was very nice. Massive hitting club, this. Huge hitting. 244, much easier to hit off the floor as well, I find. Just because, again, it just appears more like a 3-wood. Great golf shots, both of those two. Good distances again as well. Let's go 3 more, then we've got some good comparisons then. Yeah, 237, didn't hit that one quite amazing, but still for a 237, that's longer than any of the other ones that I did with the TaylorMade off the floor. Let's go 2 more. Yeah, it feels fantastic. 236. And 1 more. This is real formality now that this is definitely going to be longer. As long as I don't top it. I made sure of that. That is nutted. 239. That felt fantastic. Really big hit again there. So, if we throw all the data up on screen and we can talk through it a little bit more in depth then. Let's start off with the Mini Driver first. So, Mini Driver, it's offering us a average carry distance of 232 yards. 5 off a little tee, 5 off the floor. Okay, it's relatively accurate. A couple of loose ones, more my fault than ever, but relatively accurate. And when I've been using it on the course, I've been finding a lot of fairways, and I think that's what, regardless of which one of these two are longest, that's what these clubs are designed to do. They're, like I say, driver replacement clubs. So if you struggle with a big-headed 10-degree, 9-degree driver, one of these alternatives will definitely suit your game better. So 232, not bad. Longest was 240, shortest was 221. So there was quite a big difference between front and back there as well. But relatively decent, okay? Not the longest. So the Callaway. Wow. The Callaway had an average carry distance of 242 yards. Massive longer, much longer, 10 yards longer in fact. Its longest one was 253, which was off the floor, surprisingly, 253. Its shortest one was 235. So the shortest one with the Callaway was longer than the average of the TaylorMade. So that tells us a lot about which of these two golf clubs is the longest. Okay, so without question, the Callaway wins this competition hands down. It is definitely much longer than the TaylorMade Mini Driver. But you've got to remember, these two golf clubs are designed for the same kind of market, and different people will suit different clubs. So, for example, a lot of people who will be using the Mini Driver off the tee, they will prefer the Mini Driver because it's that bigger footprint. If you're wanting some forgiveness and some confidence over a tee shot, the 3-wood might not fill you with that confidence. Maybe grabbing a Mini Driver, what still feels like a driver, will give you that confidence, okay? So that was my little test there today, just to prove that I never said that the Mini Driver is the longest golf club in the world. Never said it was the biggest 3-wood or driver or whatever. There is definitely ones out there that are much, much longer. But for a golf club that's going to give you confidence off the tee, that's going to find a fairway with some reliability, I personally prefer the TaylorMade. But if you want length and you want distance and you want a club that's going to match the distances of someone hitting a driver, yes, 100% the Callaway X2 Hot Deep would be your club, and it's more useful off the floor as well, without question. Guys, thanks so much for watching. That was my little test between the two, the Mini and the Deep. Do subscribe by clicking the link down below, and also check out my next video in the window here. Hope you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, and please do comment down below. Thanks for watching.